So you've clicked on this link because you've got back pain. Stick around to find out a little bit more about what's going on with that back pain. So there's a lot of things we could get with back pain. There's lots of different structures. What are some of those, James?
Yeah, look, I think it's very important to talk about the types of injuries you might be experiencing. It could be like a disc injury, it could be a muscular injury and you're having difficulty bending over or, kind of even lying in bed. It could be something like sciatica. That's
Pain down the leg?
Yeah, pain down the leg, that's
Yeah.
very common. You might have, a spasm or just, you just can't do your general activities and sitting really hurts.
Yeah. And sometimes it can be arthritic issues as well.
That's right,
know?
and a lot of the time we do see that with some of our clients. And, this is something that we see all the time, and we've got plenty of information on how we can help with that.
Absolutely. It's often one of those things with back pain that it can come and go. You may have
Yeah.
had it before, but it's important to actually find out the true cause of what's going on there.
And I think that that's important because if you know the true cause of the back pain, like that's where the pain is, but there's multiple things that could be causing that. And what tends to happen is that, yes, the joint might be stiff or the muscles might be really tight, the nerve might be really irritated, that's why you're getting that sciatic pain. But we need to find the true cause of that. And the back is one of the weakest parts of our body. We've only got some small muscles there, and you might think it's because you've got a weak core, but there's all these different kind of things that we could be exploring to help you with your back pain.
There's definitely some misconceptions about back pain. Weak core is one of them.
Yeah.
That it will just get better over time and resting is the answer. Unfortunately, that's not the answer. And that it will always be like that. It doesn't have to be that's your back forever. You can actually get it better.
Absolutely, and sometimes people think that surgery is the option to get your back better, but that can sometimes make things worse as well. Now, obviously, if if it's really indicated for surgery, that's understandable. But sometimes things like disc injuries, things like arthritic pain, surgery isn't the answer, and we can find that solution to your back pain by treating the true cause. And the main thing that you said there is like, it's at a weak core or something like that, and that's not usually the cause of the problem. What tends to happen is that the muscles around the back are overworking. And when they're overworking, you're not able to use them to their true capacity.
Yeah.
So our job as physiotherapists and what we do at Switch is to find that cause of the problem and address that so you can then start to move a lot better.
Yeah, and unfortunately when the back is in pain, your muscles tighten up and everything feels a lot stiffer and it's harder to move. And that's your body telling you, stop, and start to do something about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's where physio can come in. We can definitely help with your back pain.